Just warning you.
Well, welcome. I see the live button finally.
I was like, click. Oops, by the way, we're going live.
We're talking and then we're live. And oops. And so welcome to our thoughts on gratitude. Today is July 31st. I actually totally get confused because I thought we're starting No Judgment Zone today, but it's actually tomorrow, August 1st.
Ah, you're doing that with Lale starting August 1st for the entire month of August.
Yeah, 31 days. I have no idea how it will look like, but anyway, welcome to the gratitude. This is just a side note of being.
No, this is not a side note. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I will argue with you there because gratitude for me is melty openness, change. It's like we're
no judgment
and zero judgment, like none. Like it's like
absolutely none.
And judgment together, it does not work. So we're in a Being You class. Actually, Lale's online, I'm online, you're online. Everybody's in a different place around the world. And Emily was there in the class, one of the Emilys in Access. We have several of them. And there were different things that were coming up. And I loved a comment that she made. You mean I just get to choose now? Like I can just recognize that I'm sticking myself into these patterns and these things.
Yeah,
and
the poopy files, little, yeah. So how many of us are actually like sitting in somebody else's poop?
Well, yeah, there's somebody else's poop, and then there's the poop that they sold us. Yeah, I guess that would be somebody else.
Yeah, like it's somebody else's poop that's covered in chocolate. The one that just smells, and the other one that's covered in chocolate and smells maybe a little bit of chocolate.
Yeah, but what I loved was that he said, you know, yeah, you could. He gave a clearing, and yes, you can change it like this. And she said, but if I just see that I'm in it and I choose something different, does that work? And he said, yes. I love the space of this class that we're willing to choose something different. And for me, the invitation of speaking about gratitude, actually, it's not even speaking about gratitude, though I know
it's a being gratitude. And I love what you said. It's like choosing something different. It's not doing something differently. It's just choosing something different. It's literally stepping out of the pile, cleaning up, and walking away and choosing to be grateful even for that pile.
Yeah, or kicking off those shoes and going off and getting a new pair of nice, clean, pretty, sparkly ones.
I remember actually a story years ago, and I don't remember which language I read it or which book, about two men being splashed by a car. One walks on the street. I don't know if you know that story. One walks on the street, the car splashes him, and he starts wiping things out. He wears a white suit, and all the dirt is getting smeared. And the other one, same white suit, walks around and the car splashes him. He looks at it, keeps walking. The dirt dries off and he shakes it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Wow. So how often do we try to argue? How often do we try to kind of like look at stuff and try to change it instead of just choosing something different and be grateful for whatever it is?
Yeah, it reminds me of that. We just talked about it in the Being You class. One of the things that Dane said was he read a fable called "Don't Argue with Donkeys."
So grateful for that fable. And right before we started, I told you I had to read that 5 times before I understood it.
Yeah, but it's brilliant. Should we read it? Do you want to read it?
No, you read it.
All right. So don't argue with donkeys. This is a fable. The donkey said to the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger replied, "No, the grass is green." The discussion heated up, and the two decided to submit him to arbitration, and for this, they went before the lion, the king of the jungle. Already before reaching the forest clearing where the lion was sitting on his throne, the donkey began to shout, "His Highness, is it true that the grass is blue?" And the lion replied, "True, the grass is blue." The donkey hurried and continued, "The tiger disagrees with me and contradicts and annoys me. Please punish him." The king then declared, "The tiger will be punished with 5 years of silence." The donkey jumped cheerfully and went on his way, content, repeating, "The grass is blue, the grass is blue." The tiger accepted his punishment, but before he asked the lion, "Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green." The lion replied, "In fact, the grass is green." So the tiger asked, "So why are you punishing me?" And the lion replied, "That had nothing to do with the question of whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is not possible for a brave and intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing and on top of that, to come and bother me with the question. The worst waste of time is arguing with a fool and fanatic who does not care about truth or about reality, but only the victory of his beliefs and illusions. Never waste time on arguments that don't make sense. They are people who, no matter how much evidence we present to them, are not in the capacity to understand. And others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment. And all they want is to be right, even if they're not. So when ignorance screams, intelligence is silent. Your peace and quiet are worth more.
Yeah. And that's exactly where the gratitude comes in, which melts everything. You don't have to argue. It's when you're in gratitude of even a donkey, no matter how stupid remarks are, no matter how stupid the point of view are, it's about choosing peace, choosing melted with a gratitude.
Yeah, it was very interesting that the donkey screamed and was, that's the fight, the screaming, the resisting, the reacting versus the
Brightness.
silence of
Yeah.
the gratitude, the spaciousness
Mhm.
of knowing that there's something else available. And I love that.
And when we are in gratitude, there is always something else is available. Because when we are in resistance and reaction or alignment and agreement with whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's right, if it's wrong, if it's good or bad, there is no place, no space unless there is that space of being, the space of allowance.
Yeah.
And then everything is possible.
Yeah.
Because
So
when we
I wonder, like, so many people when they come to access classes, myself included, are looking for, and by access we mean access consciousness. It's written down below.
Mhm.
When we are, part of the classes, etc., that even the seeking element, getting into a class, knowing that there's got to be a different possibility in the world, right? So we get there and we're looking for, give me the right answer, give me the right tool, give me the right judgment, or the right way to get out of the judgment of me, which is a perennial.
Yeah, it's
That's
always how. Like,
sometimes.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's always about how, the means, the modalities. It's like, give me the right answer, give me the right way of doing it, the right clearing.
And if
And
you don't, I'm not going to value this, because obviously you're not getting that I have a super serious problem here and I've got to have it dealt with.
and it has to be now.
Mm-hmm. And in the way that I could receive it, mind you,
Yeah.
not by actually becoming aware.
And I always go to the mantra of access. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Because I'm so grateful for access, access. And by the way, access consciousness has been created by Gary Douglas and co-created with Dr. Dan here. And you can find out more about access consciousness on accessconsciousness.com.
Mm-hmm.
And because over 9 years ago, when I found it, I had a lot of issues. And I say issues because
Shoot them to you, darling. Who passed you those?
who didn't? Who didn't? Everybody piled it in.
Take it. Go for the gold, man. Go for the gold. Here's the baton of problems. I'm issuing it to you.
Yeah, and I was holding on to them for dear life.
I can't drop it. I can't drop it. Oh my God, what would
I
happen?
hold it because it's important. It's my issues.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and with gratitude, things started melting. Learning about different tools, different possibilities, things started shifting.
Yeah.
And how much more can we change just by being in that space of gratitude? I would say right now, think of at least 5 things that you're grateful in your life. Hmm. You can write them down or just think of them.
It's probably a good habit to write them down. I have to say I've been really not very effective with the writing down, but the being present with them and noticing them and just really the being present with those things where it's not gratitude from just my head, but I perceive it, whether it's a person, another person, or the cat in my lap, or the sun that's shining, or that I can perceive my legs beneath me, or anything, whatever it is that I choose, I be with that energy or idea or whatever it is. And at least momentarily, I may not remember it a week from now or 5 minutes from now, but in that moment, everything about me is grateful.
Yeah. And maybe, and you don't have to choose that, but maybe in the morning, at night, just spend 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
either writing it down or just being with that notion of being grateful. And it doesn't have to be big things and they don't have to be different. It can be the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm very grateful for my daughter. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for Rachel being here and doing this wonderful live today, Facebook Live. Yeah, and just being. And for the class we just had with Dr. Dane, and
Having tomorrow is day 3.
tomorrow is another day. Yeah, we're in the process
Yeah.
of shifting and changing. There's so many things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And what else is possible now?
Yeah, I love that. Sometimes people say always think of something different to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
When gratitude is a doing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we start with a doing. Like in Access, we learn to ask a lot of questions, open-ended questions, and eventually we become like a question walking.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in our life is this like, I wonder. So maybe it's a muscle to develop like that. An energy to embrace like that. I don't know. But I'm so grateful for even opening the space to be
Mm-hmm.
grateful for us these conversations or speaking about just the invitation of, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of just being willing to wonder, what is gratitude, and what is being grateful, and what if I could be even more of that? What contribution that could be. And I'm super grateful for you, my friend. My super fried friend who was busy running her implant bands before we went live. Yeah. You have not gotten your butt to a bars class. And here I am saying that I could happily send people to other people to take a bars class. They haven't done any physical bars classes in since COVID. How does it get any better? You're having one at your house tomorrow.
Yeah, it's actually my daughter Rachel is doing.
I know, but you get to be the extra head.
Find it to be. We have no idea yet, but at this moment, maybe, and I will be still listening to Dr. Dane.
Oh yes. Earbuds in the ear and a little telephone works.
Or I'll be upstairs, they'll be downstairs. We'll see.
Yeah. But it's such a gift, actually, to that's something that I'm super grateful for. Whenever I get very, very grumpy, that is a go-to. I have this dream of having my bars run for 6 hours. How amazing would that be?
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for the bars. And if you never had your bars run, please find somebody.
Not that you're venting for. Get somebody to touch your head.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. And thank you, everybody who is listening live and who will be listening later.
It's live or later. We're grateful either way. And thank you. And do please join maybe under this in the Being You Without Hiding or wherever. You could put the links to the Facebook group where you and Lale are going to be
the 31 days zone. It's
judgment-free zone.
Yeah, judgment-free zone. Yeah.
Yeah. If you dare judge yourself, they'll take a frying pan and whack you over the head with it. I'm joking.
No. And you know what? No judgment zone includes the judgment, not judging the judgments.
That's true.
And being grateful for the judgments.
Yeah. Using them to your advantage.
Yeah.
If you're already going to get judged, how can you? Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, Helen. I'm very, very grateful. And thank you, everybody here. And arrivederci. Oh, by the way, look. I got my choice. Yeah, I got choice. I got IPOV. I got EJG for ease, joy, and glory. IPOV is interesting point of view. And what else is possible? Little reminders for self. All the tools I'm grateful for. Of all the tools I'm grateful for. All right, before I keep singing, I will see you later. We're ending the broadcast. I am pressing the button, and here we go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.